Kelly Lynch is editor at SocialiteLife.com, and Gillian Sheldon is a former TMZer. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Joe. It's a pleasure to be here.
Of course, it's my pleasure.
So do the paparazzi need famous people, or do famous people need the paparazzi?
They need each other. Trust me, they need each other. The celebrities need the paparazzi to be there to capture their every move so that photos that they do like make it to the magazines, even the photos that they don't like make it to the magazines as well.
What do you think, Gillian?
Well, it's interesting because if you think about the business of Hollywood, it's a multi-billion dollar business, right? So if you're an actor and the studio is betting $100 million on you on their Christmas blockbuster, if you're out and about promoting their movie, oh, we saw Tom Cruise shopping downtown Beverly Hills, he's in the next Mission Impossible movie, that drives butts in seats at the end of the day and sells tickets.
Now, as Gillian said, this is now a multi-billion dollar business. Have things gotten more toxic, or has it always really been this way?
Back in the day, we were used to seeing celebrities on the red carpet, at premieres, and nowadays we're seeing them getting coffee without any makeup on, and there is such a demand from the public to see these celebrities in every way, shape, and form.
Celebrities do give up some privacy, but where do you draw the line? What part of their life is off limits?
Well, unfortunately, then you're sort of playing with, especially in our country, First Amendment. Who gets to draw the line? Who says that something is off limits or not? It's all in public interest. It used to be that the paparazzi, there was a line that they did not cross, and they did not take photos of celebrities' children. Well, now, we as a consumer, there is a huge interest in celebrity moms, and celebrity kids are just as famous as their celebrity parents. Suri Cruise, every day, somebody photographs what she's wearing and breaks it on down from head to toe.
Kelly, what do you think?
I agree with Gillian, definitely, but I think there are, when we are caught in these moments of sadness and grief, it depends on the context that it is. I think that in cases of rehab and funerals, I think a celebrity is off limits. It's a very private time. It's a trying time. It's a time when you're vulnerable and down in the dumps, and I don't think that you should be taken advantage of.
Well, in the recent Kate Middleton photos that came out, was there a line crossed there where the world saw a princess naked?
With the royal family, they are above celebrity. They were essentially born into their roles. When they inherit the throne, they don't get elected into the throne. So they are, in a sense, public people, but they also are entitled to their private lives.
Gillian?
The paparazzi are like the CIA. They can find anyone, anytime, anywhere. The photos that were taken, how they took those photos, those long lenses, they were over a mile away. I mean, think about the technology to take a photo of someone over a mile away. In Europe, being topless is not as much of a big deal. Inside the Sunday Tabloid in London, there are topless photos. And I think, obviously, do you have to respect her position as the Duchess? Yes, but at the end of the day, she is in the public eye, and it's unfortunate.
Kelly?
Unfortunately, we are guilty of feeding the paparazzi's need to take as many pictures as they can, because we're the ones going online to Google or to whichever site is our favorite and to whichever magazine we love to see these pictures. After the fact, we'll say, oh, that was disgusting, or oh, I can't believe that happened. But in the case of, say, Kate Middleton, everyone ran to their computer to say, oh my goodness, that was such a disaster, I feel so awful for Kate. But they were looking at the pictures, so, we all feed one another, unfortunately.
Very interesting, and with the recent News Corp hacking scandal, has that changed the paparazzi game?
If you look at News Corp, they were financially motivated to sell newspapers. So you have a bar, and then each time money gets involved, you raise that bar and raise that bar and raise that bar until the pressure to sell and get a more and more salacious story, because that's what consumers and the public want to read.
Well, California recently changed its paparazzi laws. How do they stack up against European laws?
While the laws are in place, they're very, very difficult to argue. They're very tricky. And in Europe, actually, in France, where Kate Middleton's photos were taken in Provence, France actually has very strict privacy laws. However, punishments for those privacy laws are not as harsh as they were in past years.
Let's talk about the finances, the money aspect of paparazzi. How much can you make as a paparazzi?
It's a pretty penny.
Well, if you think about Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, when they first were together, they were first pictured walking on the beach in Africa. That one photo, one shot, one slide, one photo, netted about $250,000 for that particular
Wow.
photographer. So if you could take one photo and make $250,000 in one 5-minute time span, would you hop a fence? Would you run a red light? Would you chase Britney Spears down the street if you knew that that set of photos could keep your family fed for, many years to come?
Interesting. Well, on that note, are there some celebrities who are maybe colluding with paparazzi to sort of, as a marketing arm of their career?
Well, think about it. The more you are in magazines and online, the more you're relevant. So the Kardashians, for example, have created a $65 million a year empire out of what? They were on a reality show. But everybody wants to be like a Kardashian. You want to wear what the Kardashians are wearing. You want to eat what the Kardashians are eating. You want to vacation where the Kardashians are vacationing, because to their fans, they're sort of your everyday family who are a little bit more glamorous. So if they're photographed every day shopping in certain places, pushing their products, wearing the t-shirts of their products, doing their promotion, wearing their Kardashian collection, which you can buy at Sears for $19.95, that generates revenue and business for them and keeps them relevant. The minute people stop taking their photos, they're no longer relevant. They no longer have a story to tell, and people have moved on to somebody else.
Kelly, do you agree or disagree?
Unfortunately, I think there is more collusion than we realize. There are certain celebrities out there who actually call a photographer ahead of time to tell them where they are going so that the photographer can get paparazzi shots of them, and then they're sold to blogs and magazines.
I personally have been called by not only publicists, but celebrities saying, I'm going to be getting a tan at this time and at this location if you just wanted to stop by.
True. I mean, the things I've done for a cheap buck.
Absolutely.
I can't
We
even
all
mention
have.
some of them here. All right, so in your opinion, your professional expertise, what celebrities are doing it right? What celebrities are doing it wrong?
Well, as far as capitalizing and remaining relevant and keeping their 15 minutes alive, the Kardashians are absolutely. They've parlayed a reality show and, looking at Kim, a pretty negative experience. She was at one time Paris Hilton's best friend. Then a sex tape came out. She's managed to use the paparazzi, to use the Hollywood press to stay relevant. Who's not doing it very well? I mean, clearly Lindsay Lohan is not doing it very well. She has every opportunity to rise above and work on herself, and clearly she has a lot of addictive problems, and every single time she seems to be, caught on camera doing something that she probably shouldn't be doing. There are certain people who just kind of step out of the spotlight for a while and work on themselves, and she's addicted to that attention.
Kelly, Gillian, thank you so much for being with us. I really appreciate you taking a moment to talk with us.
Oh, thank you. My pleasure.
Thank you, Joe. This was fun.